Good morning. We have the Michiana Area Council of Governments Transportation Technical Advisory Committee meeting for June 3rd. I believe we have confirmed our quorum. Is that correct, Mr. Secretary?
That is correct. We do have a quorum.
All right. We have minutes from May 6th, 2020. Are there any comments, questions, or a motion to approve?
David Armstrong, so moved.
Brent Warren, second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
opposed? Hearing none, minutes are adopted. And I will also acknowledge this is Jessica Clark, chairman for the TTAC Advisory Committee, as I did not introduce myself earlier. We'll move into our reports. James Turnwald discussing the May administrative modifications.
Yes, this is James. We had sent out in advance with the packet administrative modifications that were done in May. Just as a reminder, administrative modifications are items that we have changed in the Transportation Improvement Program that are usually small in nature. The board, as well as the TTAC, have provided us authority on different elements to make those changes. And so this is just a record of the changes that were made. This is posted online as well as included in your packet. If you have any questions, feel free to ask any of the MACOG staff, but wanted to make you aware of those changes that were made in May. That's all that I have.
Thank you, James. We'll move into old business. Seeing none, move into new business. Our amendments within the Fort Wayne District.
Good morning. We have just a few amendments this morning to go over. We'll start with Resolution 25-20. It's a locally initiated project in the Fort Wayne District. This is for the removal of a project on US 33 from Fairfield to Plymouth. So the action here would be to remove this project from the tip. I can take any questions in regards to Resolution 25-20 if anyone has them. Hearing none, I'd ask for your endorsement of Resolution 25-20.
Thank you, Ryan. Do we have a motion?
This is Tim O'Donnell, so moved.
Ryan Fellows, second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, Resolution 25-20 is so endorsed. Moving into LaPorte District.
In the LaPorte District, we have two initiated projects under Resolution 26-20. These are both on State Road 10. The extent for Project A is from US 31 to State Road 117, and Project B is from State Road 117 to State Road 17. Both of these projects are HMA overlay under the INDOT Preventative Maintenance Program, and both will construct at the same time. If anyone has any questions, I can take those now. So I would ask for your endorsement for Resolution 26-20.
Adley, so moved.
Natasha Kaufman, so seconded.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? Hearing none, Resolution 26-20 is endorsed. Moving into staff update, the EDA CARES Act funding.
Good morning. This is Donnie Ritzma. I have a couple updates. One I'll be giving here in a little bit, but this first one here, wanted to provide everyone awareness of the notice of funding opportunity that was made available to the Federal Economic Development Administration related to the recent legislation for the CARES Act funding. And EDA has gotten approximately $1.5 billion And then James can share more directly as to like the allocation for our region. But there's a substantial amount of money coming to our region that is well above and beyond than what is normally allocated to the Chicago region. So it's an opportunity that we want to make you all aware. If you have economic development projects of large scale, the metrics that EDA like to focus on is large scale economic development projects that would include job retention, job growth, private investment. So if there's infrastructure projects that you guys are thinking of, not sure how funding could be available, this would be an opportunity that you could pursue. So I encourage you, today or any other time, feel free to call me or email me, email my work or call my cell 352-678-0205, and we'll be happy to discuss project opportunities that you might have.
Yeah, and as Donnie mentioned, this is James. As Donnie mentioned, EDA as a nation, like as a national agency, received $1.5 billion. That's then divided amongst each of their regional offices. And so the Chicago regional office, which includes Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, will receive $225 million of that overall appropriation. About $100 million will be used for what they're calling institutional capacity grants, which are non-competitive grants that they're providing to the organizations that they already work with, such as MACOG. Each of those districts has been invited to apply for a non-competitive grant, as well as then university centers, and they are providing existing revolving loan funds with some capitalization. So for our region, that means that MACOG, as well as then the South Bend Industrial Revolving Loan Fund, could benefit from those non-competitive grants. The remaining amount will be made available to the competitive pool. So you're talking about roughly about $125 million. And to put that in perspective, normally the agency across the nation receives $225 million annually. So this is almost like a national allocation at a regional level. So it's a great opportunity. The types of projects that EDA typically funds, as Donnie mentioned, are much more bricks and mortar infrastructure. They do provide some technical assistance grants, but the types of applications that we've seen successful over the years have been related to broadband or related to water and sewer infrastructure to serve industrial parks, as well as road construction to serve industrial parks. So if you have a project like that and you haven't talked with us already, you should really be reaching out, as this is a historic opportunity. Typically, EDA's program is 50-50 match, whereas right now with this funding, they will be doing typically 80-20 match. So this is definitely a historic opportunity with a larger than normal kind of funding allocation for EDA. So we'd encourage everyone to reach out to us who has a potential project, and we can walk you through how or if it fits with EDA.
Thanks.
Good morning. This is Caitlin Stevens, and I wanted to give you an update on something that's going to be happening in the next couple weeks. The Federal Highway and Federal Transit Administration are going to be hosting a virtual MPO certification and review on June 16th and June 17th. This is a process that happens every 4 years to kind of review our transportation planning processes that we complete. And so there are a couple of ways that we're hoping that you will participate. The first is there is an online comment form where you can provide feedback that way. Secondly, there will be 2 virtual listening sessions. The first will be on June 16th from 5 to 6, and another one will be on June 17th from 2 to 3. So we'd really love for you to participate and provide your feedback and have a chance to talk with Federal Highway and FTA about our activities in the transportation planning world.
And if anybody is looking for that public comment form, it is already on macog.com under recent news, as well as you can find it on our Facebook page.
Wanted to provide you guys with another update. MACOG has been working with the town of Middlebury over the last year on updating their comprehensive plan that was last adopted in 2011. So over the course of the year, we've held several focus group meeting workshops, done several public engagement activities that involved engaging them at their Summerfest and Fall Festival, asking residents, what is it that they value, what would be their vision for 2030 for the town of Middlebury, and what are things that they would like to see as new amenities or enhancements. Middlebury's got a unique quality of life, and so this plan just looks to refine their previous vision and continue the momentum that was created from then, and looking at how they can continue to enhance their vibrancy, their quality of life, and their job economic development opportunities. So this was an exciting opportunity for the town. And right now, during the month of June, we have a draft plan that's available on the project website of middlebury2030.com. So I encourage, if you're interested, please visit that website. You can see a copy of the draft plan, as well as provide any comments on that website. We do have a Facebook page created for this project, and we'll be doing several promotional materials using Facebook Live. We will be having a virtual public open house in the month of June on June 23rd, and that'll be from 4:30 to 6 p.m. And we'll be having several breakout sessions that residents or anyone with a vested interest in the community of Middlebury who would like to participate will have an opportunity to speak to steering committee members or focus group members more directly in a breakout type session on key focus areas of the community, such as their town center, transportation opportunities, economic development opportunities, their parks and recreational trails enhancements. So that will be June 23rd, and we'll be going to Elkhart County Planning Commission at their July meeting, and then back to the town council for adoption in July.
Good morning, this is Elena Parrish. I wanted to provide a quick update on the Next Level Trails program. Many of you may have heard, but they've had to suspend the funding for both round 2 and round 3 since there's been a loss in state revenue. So unfortunately, that means that there aren't going to be any awards announced for round 2, and there'll be no third round of applications. I know a lot of you guys have applied or are thinking about applying in the third round, so it's a little disappointing, but I'm hopeful that in the future we'll see the funding come back and get that excitement for some more trails in the region. If I hear anything, I will of course pass it along to all of you. Thank you.
This is Caitlin Stevens again, and I wanted to let you know that we will be hosting the quarterly tracking and review meetings on Tuesday, June 30th. We are planning to continue to host this virtually, so we will be sending out more information about the schedule here this week. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns about the process or timing, please feel free to reach out to Ryan or I.
Thank you for the staff updates. James, do you have any other business to discuss?
We do not have any other business. The thing that I would just echo that was said earlier is that we would really love for you all to be involved in the certification review. Like Caitlin mentioned, there are 2 kind of listening sessions, one on the 16th and one on the 17th. And if you're not able to attend either of those listening sessions, always feel free to fill out the public comment form as well. It's a 4-year kind of item that reviews our transportation kind of planning process, and you all are a critical part of that transportation planning process. So your feedback and information and involvement in that would be much appreciated. Other than that, really, we have no other additional staff updates. Obviously, today's agenda was a little light, but we want to continue to process these items so they're not held up. And then one other thing that we should note that wasn't explicitly mentioned in the staff update today is July is typically when we have our Livable Communities event and workshop. This year, we will not be hosting a Livable Communities event in person. We're evaluating other options, but you know, although we were well ahead of the game this year and had our featured speaker as well as our kind of venue, we have decided to cancel that for this year and then look at doing that next year with the featured speaker that we had already lined up. So for July, we would still anticipate there being a TTAC meeting. We'll have to look at and see how that falls because it's near July 4th. Obviously, July 4th is on the weekend this year. So TTAC, the next TTAC meeting would be July 1st. So we may have a brief meeting on July 1st. Right now, we would anticipate that being virtual if we have a TTAC meeting on July 1st. I will note, though, that the governor's order, executive order related to virtual meetings for local governments expires on June 13th, next Saturday. So unless that is extended, which we anticipate it could be extended, but if it's not extended, then we would have to start hosting in-person board meetings such as this. So we'll just continue to monitor that and let you know. But please be on the lookout for information for July. It'll be a little bit different than normal, just because typically for Livable Communities, we host the joint TTAC and policy board, whereas that would not be the case this year. So just an FYI, more informational than anything else, but that's all that I had.
Thank you, James. Open privilege of the floor to our TTAC members. Hearing none, we open to public comment. And again, just please state your name for the record.
So
Hearing
Jessica,
none,
yeah, I was going to say the way that we've asked for public comment is for the public to send emails in advance to an online repository. And I believe staff can correct me if I'm factually incorrect on this one, but I believe that we have not received any emails at this point.
Okay, thank you. Well, at this time, then we would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Tim O'Donnell, so moved.
Ty Adley, second.
Thank you for the motion and the second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Hearing none, meeting adjourned. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.